All right, Pops, it's 2023. That means, well, there are a lot of BS car dealer fees that customers need to watch out for. We've got the laundry list of them and all the names that they may be showing up as. We're going to walk people through, and you'll help us understand what's BS, what's not BS, what you should, what you shouldn't pay for, and if it's negotiable or not. How's that sound?
That sounds like good to me.
Love it, Dad. All right, here's the deal, folks. Fees come in a lot of varieties.
Yes.
All right. Let me just run through the list really quickly. Not all of them, because we've got a list of more than 50 names for what these fees can and will show up as. However, there's a couple categories here.
Yes.
You have accessories or accessory packages. You have your car alarm products, like, truly alarms.
Yeah.
You've got paint and exterior protection products. You've got lost and stolen key products. You have just your traditional dealer fees. You've got theft deterrent products. You have GPS theft deterrent products. You have interior protection products. You've got nitrogen for your tires, because who doesn't need that? You've got window tint, which is a fun one. We've seen some crazy dollar amounts there. And then you've got windshield protection packages. So you've got more than a dozen different types of categories of fees that can show up. And now, Dad, the thing is, they show up with all sorts of crazy and different names. But before we get into that, can you please just make it clear to folks, if it's taxable, that means it's negotiable, correct?
That is correct. And all of these fees that we're going to see listed, they are indeed taxable, so they are indeed negotiable. And let me preface this by saying that a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing is still a wolf. Fees can have many names. It's still fees, okay? And you can have 6 different names or 8 different names for like paint protection, but it's still just paint protection, regardless of the name that they associate with it.
And let's be very clear, the way to negotiate these products is to always ask for an itemization. The only way you're going to see these names and these numbers is for an itemization on the out-the-door price. So when you're negotiating, and watch some of our other videos about how to negotiate a used or new car, but you need an itemized out-the-door price, and then you're going to see things like wheel locks for $399. That's an example of an accessory. Pinstripes for $150. Go for it.
Well, I was going to say, here's 2 perfect examples of the same item with different names. Splash guards, mud guards. There's no difference between the two, but they're just different names for the same item.
Yes, exactly. All right, Dad, let's get into a few of these here. You might see things like Seal-A-Jet or Zurich Shield or Advanced Ceramic Tech or Zybert Diamond Gloss. All examples of ceramic exterior, your polymer exterior paint protection products. These things get marked up out the wazoo. They are BS fees in 2023 that dealers are adding on to cars, and you're likely going to get hit with when you try to negotiate. Well, we put it on all of our cars here at the dealership, so we can't take it off. What do you say to that, Pops?
Here's what you can do. You can just charge me what the internal cost for that is, and I don't need the guarantee that comes with it. Because what you're really paying for with these things is the guarantee, the warranty that's part of it. If it's never registered with Seal-A-Jet, guess what? They don't have to pay Seal-A-Jet for that extended warranty on the paint. So all you have to do is ask to just pay for the internal cost of it. And, it might be marked up at $150, and trust me, the internal cost, if it's $75 or $100, is really all it is. But that's how you can get around it.
All right, Dad, you can sell your car on CarEdge. What's the deal?
The deal is you just plug in your VIN number, and we'll get you offers from local dealers in minutes.
Seconds. CarEdge.com/sell.
Okay.
Couple fees you're likely going to come across that are those BS, of the BS variety, is what I meant to say. Vehicle prep fee, dealer prep fee, pre-delivery service fee, pre-delivery inspection fee, reconditioning fee. If you're buying a used car and you see any of those, red flag. I hate to say it, red flag. That's a dealership you can negotiate. You can say, hey, I'm looking to get the out-the-door price of this vehicle, which should just be a selling price plus taxes, and maybe you charge everyone a dock fee. Okay, I'll pay the dock fee. You shouldn't be paying a reconditioning fee, a dealer prep fee, a service delivery fee. Those are all BS fees for a used car, and those can add up, man. Those can add up quickly.
There was. I remember 8 or 9 years ago, where one of my salespeople at the mini store had been looking at a pre-owned car at a local dealership, and the price of the car was listed, and they added a $1,595 reconditioning fee. And it's like, what nonsense is that? That should just be built into the price of the car. That's not a separate line item that the customer pays for. That's a dealer expense and should just be factored in. And it was a way to advertise a lower price to get you in so that they could then raise the price by the amount of the reconditioning fee. That is pure nonsense, pure BS. It is just a bait and switch way to get somebody in the door based on a lower advertised price that, well, doesn't really exist.
All right, VinEtch. This one is very common, and go search on Amazon. It's like $10. All right, so you're going to see VinEtch, VTR, theft code protection, courtesy guard, express code, and phantom footprint. They're all different flavors of vanilla, folks. Those are all the same exact thing. They all cost the same amount of money, and they are frequently listed as BS fees on car deals.
Yes.
I love all the different names. GPS theft deterrence pops, another category, another flavor of fee. We've got ELO GPS, Spartan GPS, SWAT GPS, LoJack, Theft Patrol. Again, all different shades of gray here. They all mean the same exact thing. They're all going to show up on these itemized out the door prices for $9.99, $14.99, $19.99. You negotiate the heck out of them, or you just walk out of that dealership and find a different dealership that's not, forcing a SWAT GPS on you.
Yes, especially when the SWAT GPS probably costs them about $200.
Now, we talked exterior protection packages, Dad. There is a laundry list of interior protection packages. Things like fabric defense, interior all-weather protect, Nuvenair, Caltex Reinstall, LuxCare, Autobond sealant, Xyleon. I really can't believe that's one of the ones. Permaplate, paint and fabric defense, and All-State paint and fabric. These are common fees that dealers just add on to cars. You didn't ask for them. They were already installed. And just like exterior paint protection products, it's the same thing on the interior. Nitrofill, Dad. Nitrofill is a fan favorite amongst dealers. $3.99 to put some air in a tire. Am I mistaken?
Well, it's nitrogen it's nitrogen. They suck out the air and they replace it with nitrogen. Now, don't forget that air is 78% nitrogen. So can they just suck out the 22% that isn't? That's the question.
Dad, you also have window tint products that are frequently added. You used to run dealerships in Arizona. You would put desert packages on cars that included window tint, solar guard tint, tinted glass, nano ceramic film. There's all sorts of window tint products that can get added, again, negotiable, and windshield protection packages as well as things like smart auto windshield repair, crystal fusion, which we really love a good old crystal fusion.
Yes.
Those are all examples of windshield protection coverages that are just added to cars. And the only way you're going to know about this, again, is if you ask for that itemized out the door price. And then when you see these things, remind yourself they are
nonsense. They are
negotiable.
They are negotiable, and it's pure nonsense that the dealer has many, many different names for, so that they can add to the selling price of the vehicle at inflated profit margins. Every one of these is negotiable. Every one of these is way overpriced. So just be aware of them. And I'm guessing, Zach, that you'll make this list available in this video so that people can see it.
CarEdge.com/fees. You'll have the whole list of fees that are there, fees that you actually end up having to pay. For example, dock fees are a fee that, for whatever reason, have just been internationally mandated here in the United States. But all the ones that are BS fees, they're all listed right there. You can search through them. And if you have a fee that you've seen before that you didn't hear us cover here today or is not on that guide, leave it in the comments down below. Let's kind of make the master list of 2023 BS dealer fees. Pops, thanks for doing this as always.
My pleasure. And don't fall for it, folks. Just don't fall for it.